Hello and welcome everyone to this Warcraft replay, or at least I should say welcome back to, to this frame rate. Wow, 7, that's a new one. Oh, still at, 7. 10. There we go, finally. Wow, was that difficult or what? Just constant recording and start recording and all that. Wow. Either way, we have the second game of this best of 3 from the mid-August WEL 2013. It is, I believe, the last WEL of this year. Don't quote me on that because I might be wrong. Unfortunately, there's not much information on WEL itself, or at least not obviously. On the top right of Twisted Meadows, we have the red human player, Yumiko, who is currently up in this best of 3 1-0. Now we do have the Archmage out once again for Yumiko, and we have the purple undead player, TiuJQY from AG's Fox. I believe AG Fox, that sounds familiar. It might be the same, I guess, tagline from Passions, but I might be wrong. Either way, we have a Death Knight coming down and a graveyard after the Tomb of Relics. So it pretty much looks like it's going to be the same game, but you know, it might totally go the other way, as mercenary camps are not easy to come by. Yep, not easy to come by at all. A rock golem camp guarding that, yeah, generally they would go, or at least human players would go straight after this rock golem camp, mainly because it's just closer and just better, I guess, opportunities, I guess. You can even place down a hiring farm over here for future reveals, ziplins, and shredders. Now this is humorous, isn't it? A militia actually taking out an acolyte, and I believe the acolyte, yeah, will be taken out, giving level 2 to the Archmage, and he did pick himself a Rune Bracer. So far right now, or at least the way T is playing right now, the Rune Braces are absolutely perfect. The reduction on the magic damage from the Death Coil, yeah, it's pretty darn useful. Especially since it will reduce it by 1/3 of its damage. I believe Death Coils hit for about 100, 150. I actually forgot the values. I'm pretty sure it heals for 200, and it might damage for half, or maybe that was the Holy Light. Oh man. Oh well, doesn't really matter. You guys basically get the picture. Quick tier 2 from Tiu. No tier 2 for Yumiko, and he has no indication of going to tier 2 just quite yet. He'll most likely just go for an expansion, either this one or this one. Okay, the Archmage looks to actually clear out another camp. Actually the next camp would most likely be the expansion, and there we go with Yumiko's militia. TU really can't do anything. He does not have any skeletons to aid him. Oh, except for these two, but these two are just, you know, nearly battered down to death. Now we do have the first crypt being out, but not sure how much he could actually prevent this. What TU could do is try to steal, I guess, any kills, if possible. Okay, TU able to get a little bit of experience from the creepjack and the kills of the peasants. However, the skeletons will be able to be taken down. Another steal right there. Tome of Strength will be ignored. Another Rod Necromancy right there to get 2 more skeletons. Now the first Crypt Fiend has arrived, but Tiu is taking a ton of damage from that Death Knight. There we go with an elemental kill right there, so that is going to be his final death coil. He was not going to wait for that Ogre Magi, as the footman did not have any intention of damaging him for that opportunity. Now the Death Knight is at 100 health. He does have enough mana for another death coil. Oh, he will not be able to get it. He will get the kill, but he will not be able to get the item. It was a very, very close maneuver, and it was a very risky one at that. He could have easily failed and wasted mana as well as a TP, but he was able to get the kill and the experience, giving him level 2, or at least boosting him from level 2. Pair with the Vitality was the item picked up, and I guess it's a fairly reasonable item, especially on an intelligence hero like the Archmage. We'll be able to take a little bit more punishment than usual. Now the old Null Overseer camp is going to be cleared out from TU, and I'm not really expecting great items from this Overseer at all. And it looks like Yumiko's doing the same thing. A level 3 on the Archmage, and level 2 elementals will be trained up. Now Yumiko might intend to go straight to tier 2 as soon as he has the resources. He is currently waiting on his lumber. No lumber mill just quite yet either for Yumiko. Looking back at TU, he does have his Lich and burrows being researched. Statues are being trained. Unfortunately, I did not see the item being sold right there. Do apologize. Archmage was able to pick up. I actually don't know what he picked up. I think he sold his items at this Goblin Merchant and picked up dust and boots. I'm surprised he picked up dust, really. But that might just be for the future shades that could possibly be roaming around. There is obviously no shades, as there is no sacrificial pit. Okay, level 3 Death Knight, level 1 Lich is moving out against this expansion. Unfortunately, not enough towers have been constructed to try and defend this expansion very well. We will have the sacrificial skull being placed down over here, and the Crypt Fiends will be able to deal harassment without a lot of tower damage. There we go with the Death Coil taking out one of the footmen, but what that will do is prevent that Death Knight from healing even further. He does have a mana pot though, so that will also answer that. Lich will be able to get, actually will not be able to, as the footmen were able to, I believe, deny that elemental. Either way, we have 2 guard towers on the way. The third one would possibly be coming in very soon as well, but Yumiko will be able to push this, I guess, harassment away with the bunch of footmen he has. Now one of them will be intercepted, but with the usage of defend, it's actually pretty damn hard to kill one of these footmen with Crypt Fiends. Tier 3 is being teched up, and we do have the second statue out for TU. Now it's army supplies of 42 versus 42. It is even for both sides. However, Yumiko does have the slight numbers advantage, as his footmen are only 2 food supply. Meanwhile, these Crypt Fiends are 3, as well as these statues. And of course, we aren't even counting the elementals, the potential 3 maximum elementals that could be out at one time. We will have another Death Coil healing up that Crypt Fiend. Fortunately, Death Knight did not forcefully use that mana pot and was able to regenerate with the usage of that obsidian statue. A very nice usage of the Essence of Blight right there, healing up the Crypt Fiends. However, not every unit can be saved, and I am specifically talking about the obsidian statue. He is out of mana, which is actually a rarity to see, but They'll obviously be changed as soon as Destroyer form has been completed. I would most likely expect this one to change immediately and get Death Coiled back to full health. But I don't think that's going to be happening, as Yumiko was able to take it down right now. Now what is going on? We do have a blacksmith out for Yumiko. Tier 2 is about to be completed, and we do have the lumber mill. We might even have the same unit composition and the build order from Yumiko, which is basically, well, now that the blacksmith's out, we might be seeing a workshop for the Arcane Sanctum. It could be either or, but I'm putting my money on the workshop. Mountain King also being trained up. This farm is going to be destroyed, putting Yumiko at a supply block. Oh. Well, apparently I lost my bit and lost my money as the Arcane Sanctums were placed down instead of the workshop. Well, I honestly thought it was going to be the workshops. Masonry upgrades level 2 is going to be completed very soon. However, Yumiko will lose that Altar of Heroes, Altar of Kings, and will not be able to train up that Mountain King at all for a lengthy period of time. Now, ghouls are being moved from the lumber side of things to try and conscript against this human force. There we go with a beautiful Frost Nova right there. Unfortunately, that was only a level 1 Frost Nova, and the Lich is being focus fired as well as feedbacked, or fed back. Now, the Lich was able to get that Orb of Corruption being transferred, I believe, yeah, that is the second slaughterhouse. I'm not sure the particular reasoning on that, but we do have more statues coming out for TU. I believe we are having a Mass Destroyer unit composition, which would not do fairly well against Spellbreakers. However, if only Yumiko went quick flying machines, it would have discouraged TU from actually going that route. Now the Destroyer will be able to get free mana from these elementals, which will try and even out things with the elementals not being counted as a food army. So yeah. The big problem is that destroyers actually cost additional food and resources to be changed from statues to destroyers, I believe. Now acolytes once again are going to be harassed from the footmen. There's only one one miner available for TU. No miners available, and wow, you can obviously see the gold difference right here. 5180 and this is an expansion. 5450. Really? TU's being sucked out more than Yumiko's? In a way, I guess you could say that is to be expected, generally because Yumiko did not have 5 peasants at the gold mine from the very beginning. Meanwhile, TU had at least 4, mostly 5, generally because the acolytes don't need themselves to build units. Now we do have a TP staff coming in from the Archmage. This might pose actually no problems for Yumiko, I think. Do I have flying machines out? I am not sure. We do not have any workshops, so right now Yumiko is relying on those spellbreakers to try and discourage mass destroyers. So yeah. Hilarious Fluid of Accuracy has been picked up, which is going to be a splendid item for those Crypt Fiends and destroyers, as well as the statue and the Lich himself. And there we go with an engagement right there. Yumiko is going to pull back. We will have a big Frost Nova right there on the Mountain King, and he will be taken down immediately at level 1. Let's see, Army Supply is 41 versus 50. TU is in the lead for now, but we do have a very, very rejectful army composition. Spellbreakers and Destroyers. Spellbreakers can't be attacked from Destroyers, but at the same time Destroyers cannot be attacked from Spellbreakers. Now, level 1, I guess, military upgrades is going to be researched. I don't count riflemen and dwarves as part of the military, really. Spellbreakers will get that +1, but the flying machines, I believe, need it the most, so let's see how this will turn out. Yumiko is going to attack with a Blizzard Archmage. TB coming in as well, so I guess the Blizzard Archmage did not want to harass. He wants to go and fully fight this off. Yumiko is going to lose that guard tower, which is going to be his biggest source of DPS right now. Now the flying machines are avidly going after those destroyers, but the peasants are going to be taken down one by one as the destroyers are focusing them down. Another Blizzard coming in. The good thing about Blizzard is that it is fairly easy to use. And what I mean by that is that, well, I guess it's fairly easy to use, self-explanatory, no need to explain. Beautiful place on the lumber mill right there, preventing the Lich from actually escaping, and the Death Knight has the possibility of dying. We might see a long distance Stormbolt right there, and that is going to be the Death Knight killed. A very nice Stormbolt, and forcing TU from being dominant to actually forcing a GG. So 2 short games right there, relatively short. I'll see you guys in the next series. I'm not sure what it's going to be, but it's most likely going to be from the WEL again. I'll see you guys next time. Take care.